Greetings one and all, this is Rhythm Works and welcome to my channel, and today playing some Uncharted 3 Co-op Arena high-rise map on Crushing. Now this is a map that I've never really featured on my playlist, my Uncharted 3 playlist on my channel. I know it's 3 years down the line, I know the game is 3 years old, but hey, better late than never, I say. Anyway, I just want to highlight a subject matter that I hope that is dear to some of your hearts. And I'm sure some of you has experienced this at one time or another, but I just want to basically feature my experiences that I've put under the heading of Co-op Faux Pas. Now I do believe it's a connotation of no-nos, what faux pas means. I haven't really gained the strength or the inclination to find out what it means in French, but to me the most immediate translation to mind is fuck-ups and no-nos, so I kind of use it in the same vein. But hey, the video is entitled Co-op Faux Pas, and the number one on the list of faux pas is this: please, 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 please do not send multiple invites per minute, because as much as you send 20 invites per minute, it won't enable me to get into your lobby any quicker. You know, PlayStation runs as fast as it runs. The games run as fast as it runs. So it's not going to make it any quicker by you sending 50 invites a minute or 100 invites a minute. It just doesn't work like that. You're gonna have to exercise some kind of patience. Now what I find with people who do that, they're in desperate need to basically be gaming with a friend for whatever reason, whether it be to get the star or just to make up a team as quick as they can. I get that, that is fine. But when you show that urgency and you send those invitations in earnest, it kind of slows my shit down, because if I'm in the middle of a game, as much as I would like to play with you know, I'm gonna have to stop the game that I'm playing, even though you're in your lobby. So it takes a little bit of time for me to do that. And if you exercise patience by just sending me, I don't know, let's say 1 invite or let's say 3 at a maximum for the minute, right? That will give me enough time to actually stop the game, leave the game that I'm presently in, come out of find game, because you're not allowed to join any lobbies while you're on find game, as you well and truly know in Uncharted, and I will be able to join your lobby shortly. But then what happens, what I find is that with all those invites that's been sent, I'm trying to limit the amount of invites you're sending by actually deleting them, so that I can get onto the most recent invite you send in order for me to get on your lobby, in your lobby, quick time. Once I've done all that and I've actually gone down to your last or your most recent invite, your only invite in the menu screen, and I find out that you have basically started a game with 2 other players, that alone pisses me off to the point where I just take out the game and play something else. And I've been doing that quite recently, and it's no fun when you make time to play a game that you enjoy, and you would like to play a game with other people, even people in your friends list that enjoy the game, but they don't exercise no bamba clout patience. And that to me is a faux pas, and that's a fuck up, and that's a no-no that I refuse to abide by. Okay. Number 2, please, please do not lock your lobby and jump into mine. By that I mean, when you lock your lobby, you're basically doing that on the principle of you just don't want any Tom, Dick or Harry or Harriet to jump into your lobby when you haven't invited them. I dig that, I got that dog. But don't try and tell me that, and then in the next instance, when I have my lobby open, you just want to just jump in my lobby unannounced and uninvited. That's bad manners and a disrespect. However, I can say, hand on heart, there are a minute amount of friends that I have that can do that. You know, they can just come on in and just basically take their shoes off, put on the controller, do what they want to basically do. It's on the principle of you having your house, and you don't want to have your house open to any and anybody. It's the same thing with me. But that just doesn't mean to say because I have my lobby open that I'm open to everybody. You know, manners and respect still applies. Even if I have my house open, you must still knock on my door for me to say come in. Not for you to come in when nobody's saying shit. Because I can basically have you as a burglar and shoot your head off. That's self-defense for me. I digress. I'm going a bit deep. But you know what I'm saying, right? Okay. Number 3 in my list. Mic and killing space. It's not important to have both, but it's important to have one. And whichever one you choose as important, that's fine. At least there's a compromise there. If you don't have a mic, give me some killing space. If you do have a mic, we can all give each other killing space. And we can all know what we are each doing within the map. It just makes perfect sense. But I can understand and I can dig the fact that some people are just not sociable in that kind of way. But their gameplay kind of illustrates how they play. So I can read from that as I will and play the game accordingly. But you gotta give each person some killing room. Because what pisses me off more than anything else, which I've featured in numerous videos in relation to co-op, is when you are shooting an enemy and you're totally capable of doing that with your M9 or whatever gun you have at your possession. Having someone just jump clean in front of you within your line of fire, endangering themselves to be shot with your bullets, right? And you having your ass open for other people to basically shoot you in the ass or in the back of the head. And then when they die at your bullet, they get upset and want to shoot you and give you a punishment shooting for that. Now you see, when them things happen to me, there's only one thing I do. I rinse all my lives. I waste every single life within the co-op arena. And I don't give a shit because you're supposed to know better. You've had the game for 3 years. Do you know what I'm saying? So you just don't do that. And if you don't have a mic and you want to try and teach me how to play the game by shooting at me when you think I've made a mistake, then you need to learn how to freaking play the game. Really and truly. So mic and killing space. Pick one, have one. Give me one. Whatever permutation you deem fit is up to you. Number 4. Have a plan and stick to it. Now with Uncharted, and I'm sure with any other game, when you do a co-op adventure mission or what have you, I'm sure the enemies spawn in the same place at the same time. I'm sure they do. Even within a deathmatch situation, there are only a certain amount of spawn points in a map where you can basically spawn from. And even with that, with study and time and research, you will know where people spawn and you can kill those people. In a deathmatch situation, the same thing applies in a co-op situation. Know your map and stick to the plan. Now, if people within the co-op mission have 3 different plans, I can dig that because there's no one-size-fits-all plan in succeeding a co-op mission. One person might have one idea, one person might have another idea, another person might have an indifferent idea of how it basically works. But as long as we can compromise and stick and have a plan and stick to the plan, it will work. If we have a plan and we move away from the plan and try something different within the plan, it's not going to work because the rest of us doesn't know what's in your headspace at the time. So it's not going to work. And then when you get killed, you have an expectation for me or my teammate to rescue your ass. That's the only thing that's gonna remain an underlying thread within any game, is that within co-op, one of us is gonna have to save you if you go down, or one of you two is gonna have to save me if I go down. That's just simple logic. But then if you have a plan and you don't stick to your own plan, you're the one that's gonna fuck up quick time more than anybody else. Because why? Everybody else is sticking to their plan. Get it? And the last one for me, the piss of resistance, as Delboy Trotter would say, the piss of resistance is I am not going to stand up or sit down in front of my PS3 and watch you play and watch you beast. Even though I know that you're good at the game and you can beast out at the game, you don't invite people to play a game to watch you beast in it and have you sitting down there twiddling your thumbs like a knob. If I want to watch somebody beast at a game and just watch them, I will watch their YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel and you're one of these type of people, make up one. Make a channel. Buy some equipment. Hook up some gameplay. Educate us all. But in our free time, not in our gaming time. Gaming time is precious these days, you know? With everything that's going on in life, it's precious. You know? Leisure is a business. And everybody's vying for our time in front of whatever form of media, whether it's DVD, whether it's books, you know, whether it's the cinema, whether it's video games. But companies, multi-million-dollar companies are vying for our attention in entertainment. So if you think I'm gonna fucking sit down there and watch you basically beast out on a game that I'm not having no sense of sharing with you, then that don't make no sense. And to me, that's the biggest faux pas of all. And I will not abide by that. Period. So it's with that, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu for now. And as usual, whatever you're doing, happy gaming. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. And until such time, me gone.